Our next guest is a man you may not have heard much from recently, but former Louisiana Governor Buddy Roemer is running for the Republican presidential nomination on the platform of the exact conversation that we are seeing play out across the country, which is ending a bought government. Governor Roemer, while not in the top tier of candidates in the polling, will not accept contributions over $100 as his benchmark and is running on the platform of campaign finance reform, which curiously aligns with what we're talking about. He's been using the Get Money Out hashtag on Twitter. We've got waves all over the world, the root strikers, the occupiers, the Tea Partiers, the Obama, the cognitive dissonance crowd, the disappointed Obama followers, if you will. Governor Roemer, your interpretations of this rising wave wherever you look.
Every speech I give in New Hampshire, and that's where I am today, 10 people, 1,000 people. Every speech, when I get through, they stand and give an ovation. People are desperate to have some control of, power in, participation in their government. And they know that Washington, D.C. is bought and sold. Only 2% of the people in America ever give a dime to a person running for president or to a congressman. It's the special interests that own Washington. All you have to do, Dylan, is look at the bank reform bill. There's no reform there. And look at health reform. It protects insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies.
So here's the interesting thing. Having spent 4 or 5 days at the Occupy Wall Street protests, learning, meeting people, having spent time yesterday with Ron Paul on this program, Professor Lessig, there's lists and lists. There are situations and issues, Governor, that you and I could disagree on 1,000 ways, 1,000 times, 1,000 issues. What we look like. Your accent is different than mine. We're of different ages. You live in a different state. You may have a different point of view on I don't even know what. It is easy to shatter a group of people's point of view, a principled group, by making them or inviting them or baiting them into a debate on mechanics and ideas. How important is it that you, me, and every other person in this country finds alignment and agreement on this one issue as opposed to falling into the fracture of red state, blue state, old, young, black, white that has been the tradition, it would seem, of the past couple decades of elections?
Divide and conquer. And that's what the opponents do. That's what the special interests do. Divide and conquer. Whether it be fair trade versus unfair trade. Whether it be small business important versus Wall Street important, whether it be Wall Street banks versus Main Street banks. Here's how they win. They give the big checks to politicians, they crush new ideas, and they divide and conquer. We are together, Dylan. We might do this different ways, but here's what I'm doing. $100 limit, no PACs, no super PACs, full disclosure. Take that, Republican Party. Take that, Democratic Party. Why don't we elect a person president free to lead? Why don't we tell China no more unfair trade? Why don't we tell the regulators lighten up and let small business grow? And why don't we tell Wall Street banks, you've got to compete, guys. Too big to fail is gone.
Governor, I could not be more grateful for your willingness to engage in this debate, for your willingness to make other people aware of what not only myself, but myself and 126,000 other Americans have agreed to do over the past week. The simple act of letting other people know what we are doing is all that we ask of those who look at what we're doing as something that they agree with, and I really am grateful for your engagement on that level.
All we need, Dylan, is a couple of million people. In my campaign, I've gotten them from all 50 states. My average contribution is $70. We have raised $126,000 in the last 90 days. I am unknown, but when I get before the people, it makes a difference. And you do that every day, Dylan. You are so important. Stay with it.
Listen, Governor, this is the principle that drives our coverage. It is the principle, I believe, that is represented by the 126,000 and counting. It is a magnificent thing to behold the digital wave, because I have never seen anything like this, and it is only possible in the context of the modern era. It's pretty spectacular.
Thanks.
Thank you, Governor, and we look forward to being in touch with you sooner than later. That buddy Roemer running for president of the United States, I might add, on the Republican ticket there, just coming to us from